Hey guys, my name is Rob Noire, and I've got a very special, very different kind of video for you here today. It's all about the Nintendo Switch. Now, not that long ago, at least from when I'm recording this right now, it was actually New Year's. As you know, everybody has a New Year's resolution, and the most popular one is, wait for it, make weird and different videos on YouTube. Now, that might not be everybody's New Year's resolution, but that was definitely mine for 2020. The vast majority of people, their New Year's resolution is, well, to get in shape and to lose weight. So I figured, why don't I combine my New Year's resolution to make different kinds of videos with everybody else's New Year's resolution to lose weight and kind of make something really unique and interesting that you might enjoy here. And by that, I mean I actually got my hands on something pretty weird here. Ring Fitness for the Nintendo Switch. So I know what you're thinking, this game here isn't too weird or unique or anything, and it's true. There have been a lot of fitness games out there. There's been a ton on the Kinect, a ton on Xbox, a bunch on the Wii. Anybody remember the Wii U fitness board, or maybe it was even an original Wii? There's been a lot of fitness games, but what sets this one apart from like the general masses, the people have been saying that this one's actually kind of fun. So I got this game in on Saturday the 18th of January, and I'm actually recording this now the morning of Sunday the 19th. And so I had a fun idea of why don't I try and challenge myself to play this game for a month, 1 hour every day, and see if you can actually lose weight by playing it. I haven't really seen too much data on whether or not it's actually effective. I figure that's probably because most people who are playing it are actually kind of already in shape, so there's not a lot of leeway. You can't really see the results. I've gotten pretty out of shape over the last year. It's been a very hectic personal and work life, and I used to work out. I used to exercise for about an hour and a half every day, and that's one of those things that just as time went on has really fallen by the wayside. And so this could be a good way to actually kind of get myself back in shape and figure out the viability of this. And so I decided to give myself this 30-day challenge to play the game 1 hour a day every day for the next 30 days. Kind of not super looking forward to it, but it could be fun, and it could be fun to see at least.
So I just wanted to jump in here with a quick note for those of you who may have been adding up the dates and wondering why this video is coming out so much later than the 30 days when the 30-day challenge would be up. It's because I actually got extremely sick right around day 27, 28, and you might still be able to hear that in my voice a little bit. I didn't want to record a lot of voiceover and like the live action me talking to camera while I was extremely sick, and it's been for 2 weeks. I'm finally over it now. I had intended for it to go up the day after, just my health kind of got in the way and I got very sick. Wanted to throw that out there, so if you were wondering, that's why.
And so before we do this, there are a couple ground rules and things you need to understand. So first off, I'm going to be playing this game at least an hour a day, every day for the next 30 days. I will weigh myself every morning and also shoot some footage of me playing the game kind of as proof. If you're wondering, well, how do you actually know if I actually played it for 30 days? On the Switch, you can actually see time played, and will show at least 30 hours. I think in the game there might be some way of tracking that as well, so don't worry, it will say for sure whether or not. You'll know for sure that I have been doing what I'm saying. Another thing to note is that I will be eating relatively healthy. I will be on a healthy diet, but I'm not going to be starving myself or anything. It's not good for you, and that's just kind of not how I roll, but I will be trying to eat as healthy as possible. Next thing to note is that weight does not necessarily equal fitness, so my weight might not go down that much, but I might be in much better shape, and it's usually pretty visible, so don't get too hung up on the numbers, but hopefully I will be losing at least a decent amount of weight. And the final thing to know is that 30 days is not enough for a massive body transformation, no matter how much you want it. Like, I'm not going to go from like dad bod Thor to Chris Hemsworth in a month. It's just not how it works, unfortunately, but a month is enough to see some significant progress, to see that, it is working. And another thing to note is it's going to be a lot of me on screen doing exercises that look ridiculous and not a lot of clothing, possibly shirtless, possibly not. We'll see when we get there, but hopefully you knew that when you clicked on this video. But yeah, guys, I'm both excited and terrified to see if this works. I hope you are equal measures of both with me, and yeah, I think there's just not really much more talking I can do here. I know I'm stalling, but we're just gonna have to jump headfirst into this, so alright guys, cue the free license mid-eye Rocky music. Go! Alright guys, so it's day 5 for this Ring Fitness challenge thing that I'm doing. I was about to record the footage of the video for today when I kind of had to address an issue that I've noticed and I feel like really it has to be dealt with to be able to continue this challenge. And what it really is that when I first started this challenge, I thought doing 1 hour a day meant doing like an hour of working out a day. Ring Fit's really game forward. It's more of a game than it is a workout program. So as you can see here, an hour of playing a day is actually only about half an hour of working out. So doing like half an hour of working out for a month probably isn't going to get me the results that I'm looking for or that you want to see. So the only way that I could really think of to compensate and offset for this is, first off, I'm going to be playing more than an hour a day. The other thing is I'm currently on like the normal level for the workout. I'm going to bump that up to extreme, to the max level, and hopefully get my playtime, like my workout time, to about 45 minutes. I'm also going to skip all the cutscenes, all the extra stuff, to really just try and get in as much working out a day as I can. Alright guys, I'm done with this like Slim Shady look, and now let's just cut back to the music. Alright guys, well there we go. That was 30 days of exercise playing Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch every single day for at least an hour. I had a little bit of a hiccup there when I realized that the exercise time and the playtime are vastly different, as in playtime is kind of at like a 2-to-1 ratio to time exercising, but by the end I realized to more focus on the calories burned and to set aside more time if I could. On some days I had less time, so I worked out less, but I really focused on the calories burned
burned and tried to always hit a consistent level, and I felt like that really helped as opposed to just focusing on the playtime. But regardless, here we are at the end of the 30 days, and there's something that I did not mention in the earlier video, but I was actually aiming, like I had a goal weight that I was aiming for, and that weight was 200. So as of the morning of day 31, let's see, did I reach that goal? Well, from the looks of things, not quite, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to be sitting down for the rest of this review because that was a lot of working out and I'm a little tired. So as of the morning after the 30th day, after this challenge has ended, I was at 204.4 pounds. Now, if you remember, I started at 216.4. So that's a loss of literally exactly 12 pounds over 30 days. Now, I fell a little bit short of my goal, but I'm fine with that. One of the messages that this game really pushes that I think makes sense and that I think is great to have in there is that exercise is not a quick fix. It's not like a boom and done. You know what I mean? Like, it is a journey. It is an ongoing process. So the fact that I didn't quite reach that goal weight, well, that's fine because later on during the journey, I will obviously make it there. So, does Ring Fit Adventure work? Yes, it does. Does it work as well as I had expected or hoped? Not quite, and maybe not quite as much as you would expect either, but it does at its core work. It does make you exercise. It does work. And some visual evidence of just how well this did actually work for me is this is me wearing the shorts that I wore for most of those 30 days while working out. And when I first started, they fit pretty well. Like they were not super tight, but they fit nicely. And now look at this here. Like it doesn't even fit well. I can't even use these shorts anymore. So I did lose a decent amount of weight. My body itself, I can see my muscles are more toned. I have a lot more energy. And I began seeing results actually after about the 7th day mark. I noticed it with one of the exercises, which is called the ab guard, which is where you have to push the ring into your stomach. And later on, you use a variation on this to actually row your boat. It used to actually physically hurt my abs and stomach to do this. However, after the 7th day, it no longer did. I was able to do it with zero issues. So I felt and saw the progress as it was happening, which is really exciting and a mark of, yes, this game does work. So now that you know that Ring Fitness Adventure does, at least on the surface, work, how is it? Is it actually fun? Is it actually good? Well, that's what I'm going to get into right here. So Ring Fitness Adventure is an RPG. It's very weird to be a fitness RPG, but that's just kind of what it is. That's what they went for, and I think it did work for the most part. To give a very brief plot summary, you find a magic ring that used to belong to this dragon called Drago, and the dragon called Drago has kind of gotten like drunk with power, and he's trying to take over the world with like his dark influence and like making people do bad things and all that, and you are like on the side of good and you're gonna try and stop him, and you're gonna do it with fitness, and this sounds so ridiculous as I say it. And so you go through these worlds following after the dragon, and eventually you meet the 4 masters who are masters of the different skills that you'll see in game. There's crazy muscle guy, there's crazy ab guy, there's old lady on a balance ball, and there's step on me please mistress. Eventually though, even those 4 get overtaken by the dragon's dark influence, and then you have to fight against them as you go through worlds. How much of this was good and how much was bad? Well, let me break it down for you. The fact that it's an RPG actually makes sense after the fact because, you know, like your character levels up, progresses, all of that, just kind of how like you exercising will become better in shape, kind of leveling up your fitness in real life. I think that's what they're going for, but overall it does actually work. Now on the bad half of this thing, it's incredibly basic. Now, I know they wanted to make a game that anybody of any age could play, including people who probably have never played RPGs. There's not a lot of depth there. Now, in a typical RPG, like let's say Final Fantasy, you have a mage who has magic spells like fire, lightning, earth. Now, in Ring Fitness, it has much the same premise, except all your attacks are exercises that you do, and they're divided into different colors. And the variety of exercises that this game has is one of its strengths, because you're actually able to kind of tailor tailor fit to what you enjoy. There's going to be exercises that you like and exercises that you absolutely hate, so you're able to pick and choose which ones. There's also a very nice variety of enemies, and all the enemies are kind of funny looking. Like, for example, they do like a yoga mat and they make it the mata ray, like a manta ray. Like, a lot of the enemies are kind of like riffs on workout equipment, and I really appreciated and enjoyed that. And there are various things to do in the game besides just running on a straight line or attacking groups of enemies that were kind of legitimately fun. For example, you can learn to fly or to paddle around, and there was just lots of little exercises like that that helped break up the levels and really keep it new and fresh. However, one of the things I did not think was so great, you end up playing the same level many times. You might be running along a slightly different path, or maybe it'll be in fog, slightly different weather, but you end up replaying the same levels over and over and over, and it feels kind of monotonous. So obviously you have this thing strapped to your leg, and you have this ring that you hold, and you can press and pull and move it around and do all these things, and the game picks up on what you're doing, and that's how you control it. Now, in general, this control setup worked fine. However, there were several points where it really just did not. If you're doing an exercise for a long amount of time that involves moving the ring back and forth, over time the ring gets misaligned. So you can be doing an exercise perfectly, but the ring will think that it's in a different place than it actually is and count it as not having done the exercise correctly, even though you were correct and you know you were. This could be really frustrating. Now, the number one issue with this game, though, and this is something I mentioned earlier in the video, is really the playtime versus exercise time. Now, obviously it's a game and it's very game forward, but at the end of the day, this is kind of a really inefficient workout method. If I play this game for 2 hours, I'll get about 1 hour of actual exercise time, and it does keep track of that. Now, obviously, the difference between playing this and just exercising on your own is that this is a game, and it manages to actually be fun and be different, and you're always doing something new and unique, which really helps this game succeed and be fun. If we're just talking you want to get in shape as quickly as possible, learning the exercises from this game and then doing them on your own without stopping for story every few minutes is a much better way of doing it. So at the end of the day, Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch, it works. You can lose weight from it. I lost 12 pounds, which is not quite as much as I had hoped, but is a very realistic number. And this is, of course, without doing a crash diet or a crazy diet. This is eating normally, eating healthy, and incorporating this game into my life as a form of exercise. And it is a fun game. I did enjoy it. And something else that I touched on earlier in the video is the fact that I might continue doing this challenge. I am going to be doing a 60-day challenge, so there will be an update on this whole challenge at the 60-day mark, hopefully coming out within a few days of finishing the 60 days. I'm curious to see how much weight I could lose in 60 days, how much better shape I will be in. I don't know if I'll go past 60 days and do 90 days. That feels like a lot. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned a little bit. If you were thinking about using Ring Fit yourself, well, now you know how effective it is and some of the pitfalls and things to watch out for. Overall, I think it's a really fun game. I'm very glad I did this challenge and will continue to do the 60-day challenge. I have zero regrets other than a few sore muscles now and again, but overall I had a really fun time. It was a lot of fun to play. I saw results and I'm definitely going to keep playing it. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, any suggestions, if I got anything wrong, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you in the next video.